Grab a beer and pull up a chair. Welcome to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast.
Hello, everyone out there. We're back again at Topling Goliath, and around the table here we got Mike and Toby, a good friend of ours.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing, Toby?
Doing great. Super
Jim,
excited
are
about
you
this.
excited for this?
I am not excited about this round. Everybody out there listening, we're at Topling Goliath. It's a very well-known brewery, and they have at least 5 different styles on tap here. And we have tried some very, very good beers, barrel-aged beers, which are right in my wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been talked into trying 6 sours.
Yes.
This is not going to be good.
I can tell, Toby, Jim is so excited right now. He, if you could see the look on his face, it looks like he's in pain. And we haven't even tried them yet.
No, I know. I don't know what he's so worried about.
It's fruit. Fruit is healthy. It is good.
We have a friend, and he talks about the 3 important characteristics of a beer, and mouthfeel is one of them. But I might be puking in my mouth as I drink these. So the mouthfeel may have a different meaning.
Come on.
I think it's time to expand your
Yes.
palate.
There you go. Expand your palate, Jim.
I think I've tried to tell you guys, fruit is not always designed to be in a beer.
Well,
So this is going to be a hard sell for me, and I hope I'm not offending anybody by my low rating scale for these.
you know, he hasn't even tried them yet, and he's already rating them extremely low. One of these could be, these all could be extremely good. You don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking at the color, folks, and it does not look like a stout or a porter or a barrel-aged
Well,
beer at all.
there's 2 that are red, and there's 1 that's dark red. And then the other 3 look like beer, like a Pilsner. See?
You're not selling me, buddy. You're not selling me.
All right, well, we might as well get this Jim's Love Fest for sours started. The first one we have is Dragon Fandango.
Say that again?
Dragon Fandango. It's a sour, 4.2%. So, you know, lower alcohol. So Jim could drink 3, 4, 5 of these when he's mowing the lawn. Easy.
Be a great time to drink them.
So do we know what a dragon is?
It's a dragon. Yeah, you've watched Game of Thrones, right? You've seen them on there.
So this is some dragon's blood?
Kinda.
Dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit.
Remember?
Actually,
the part of it that you don't think should be in beer?
yes, this
I've
has,
never heard of a dragon.
hold on.
Okay.
This has mango, which Jim likes. This has passion fruit that Jim loves, and it has dragon fruit in this kettle sour. So you see, Jim, it has 3 of your favorite fruits. You should be super happy.
Wow, I can't wait for this, folks. This is
Wow. I almost want Jim to start this off because this is going to be so great.
I was hoping that you should get a puke bag when I came to the door, but
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, smells good.
That smells good. That tastes good. And I can't wait for Jim. It's not bad. It's a little dry on the finish.
oh my god. Oh, sorry, folks. I dry heaved there for a second.
Come on, try her. You're going to love it. This is going to expand your palate.
Oh. Terrible.
No, that's not terrible.
Not terrible. It does have a very dry finish, though,
Yes.
surprisingly.
Yeah, that's the one thing I noticed. How about you, Jim? How was the finish for you?
I'll have to say it's one of the 5 or 10 worst I've ever had in my life. That's not beer.
Oh, that's beer.
Yeah.
So
Is there foam on that?
foam? No.
Oh, that is.
Okay. So I guess, Toby, the adults at the table will have to talk about this beer.
Yeah.
And then we'll get Jim's rating in a second once he doesn't look good. And we're only on the first one, so I don't know. We're kind of worried here.
Did we ever figure out what a dragon is supposed to taste like?
It tastes just like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd ever offer that to somebody.
I don't think it's bad. It definitely is fruity.
It is.
Definitely fruity.
And it starts out with that mango flavor.
Yep.
I'm not a huge mango fan, so for me, it was an okay sour.
Yep.
Finished really dry, which I just
That's
I
the
don't like
thing that I
either.
noticed was the dry finish. It was kind of
It was called a dry heave, not a dry finish.
no, it was a dry finish. I didn't expect that.
No,
Most sours don't have that.
no,
But I mean, overall, it was all right. You know, for the first one, it was okay.
it was okay. I'd probably around a 2, I guess. I'll start it out.
Yeah, I was going to say like a 2.2, 2.3, just because that finish was kind of a dryness. And I don't like Okay, folks, be prepared. Jim, what would you rate that?
What is the lowest I can go? Is there negative numbers in this? Or?
No, the lowest you could go is a 0.1.
Well,
is the lowest we could theoretically go.
This does not taste as bad as the ground fish beer, but it's right down there. I'd have to go a solid 1.0.
Well, there you go. It's higher than I thought he was going to give it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait.
I didn't completely throw up. I just kept it in my mouth.
I can't wait to find out what his top 3 are. This is going to be so awesome.
It'll be good.
I know. This is great. All right. So the next one we're going to is Cherry Fandango. This one is a kettle sour that pours seductively red in hue with aromas reminiscent of cinnamon what's that? Crusted cherry pie. Both tart and sweet.
I'm super excited for this one.
This is like drinking a pie.
Yep.
It's going to be so awesome.
Wow. If you got to put that much stuff in there just so you can drink it, that can't be good.
Oh, I like that. That is good. That is good.
That's fantastic.
Oh my
folks,
gosh, it's
you guys
red.
can smell the sourness. The aroma
I smell the cherry, like a tart cherry.
Very tart. Yeah.
But it is
Tastes
good.
just like a cherry.
Yep. Just like you'd have it like a cherry pie.
Absolutely.
Very much so. That was a full body quiver there.
All right, Jim?
wow, that's bad.
You know, folks, in Topling Goliath, I do apologize. These are very good, but our laughter is just watching Jim because he's not a sour guy, and it's pretty funny. I'm not going to lie.
What is in my mouth?
That would be cherry pie.
I've never had it. If my wife makes a cherry pie like that, I'm throwing it out the window.
Wow.
That is just all tart.
Well, I
That
think when
is
you talk
sour
about a
tart.
sour, that's exactly the lane it should fall into.
Typically, when they first started out, they were very sour and tart, and then all of a sudden they got into. I'm talking sours in general. They got kind of into being more sweet than anything, and this one is a little bit reminiscent of going back, kind of in the middle. It's not super sweet and it's not super tart. I like it. I think that's a good beer.
I agree.
You're not selling me on it. I don't know. You guys got to get a little stronger than that for me to think that's a good beer. I don't
Okay,
know.
well, I'll start it off. I think personally, I'd give this like a 2.7. I think that's a good one. Toby, I mean, what do you think?
I was going to go 2.93.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, but again, last one, I'm not a mango fan. I am a cherry fan. So for me, I really like the flavor, and I love the balance between the sour part.
There you go.
And a little bit of sweet. So.
They balanced. That one was balanced very good.
Yeah.
I nailed it. Okay, folks. Jim, what would your rating be?
It's all of a solid 0.9, I think.
So you like the other one
does not taste
better?
good.
You like the other one, the dragon fruit, better?
Yeah, like just a hair better.
Wow.
This one is sour and tart, so it's got a double
Negative for you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
0.9 all the way. All the way
Okay.
along.
All right. Well,
How many got left?
we have 4 to go. We have 4 more.
Four more.
What we
Boy,
got next year, Mike?
look at the dark red color of that one. This is the Berry Patch Fandango. Kettle sour featuring, what does that say?
A melange.
A melange. They got that fancy writing.
Yeah.
Melange of blueberry, mulberry, and raspberry flavors, inspired by homemade jam. It balances the sweet and tart notes of all 3 fruits.
This is like a jam.
This is gonna
Jim?
be.
So we've had a
You like yeah,
a jam.
and a dragon. Oh, jam!
It's gonna be hard to mess up.
This smells.
Blueberry or blackberry jam.
This smells good. I think you'll like it.
It'll drink just like a jam taste.
Or will it have to be on a piece of bread?
That's pretty good considering all the different berries that are in there. That's not bad.
No.
I give them a thumbs up on that one. That's good.
But this does not smell sour, so that's
a plus.
It does smell like when you just open up a jar of jam.
Okay.
That aroma is that same smell,
Yep.
so that's
It's a plus.
positive.
It's a plus. Okay, that is good to know. It has a chance. We're just waiting, folks, to see. He didn't get
Not
a
a
quiver.
horrible
He didn't
reaction.
get it.
No.
So
He's
that
thinking
one is
about that one.
at least the better of the 3 so far. It is definitely not as
It
sour.
only took 3 to get him to be a sour drinker.
There you
So
go.
it is not as sour as the other ones. I mean, it does. The aroma is, I think, much better because the first 2, you got to get over the smell and the taste. This one does not have that. It's a lot better combination.
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't know what to do.
I almost want to let him rate first. I'm curious.
It was almost a letdown. We were having such a good time, and Jim totally ruined it by actually somewhat being able to stand it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I had some good berries.
The mulberries,
And the
blueberries,
blueberry
raspberries.
and the raspberry. 2 out
Okay.
of 3 aren't bad.
Okay, so there you go.
That's on.
All right.
Meatloaf.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. That's a good one.
All right, Jim. I mean, we'll let you start it. What do you give it?
I think I could go all the way up to 1.5.
Wow. That is pretty.
I think I'm being generous.
That is pretty crazy. Personally, I'd say I think that's like a. See, now I feel bad because I think the cherry one was a little better, and I rated that one. What did I give that? A 2.7. So I guess I'll give this a 2.6. I liked it. It was not. I think the balance was pretty good on this one. I do think the cherry was a little bit better, but it was good. I could drink it.
Yeah, I think I'm right in that same place I was last time. 2.93 on this. Very different than the cherry. The cherry had that sweet and then tart. This just kind of has a sweet overall. Not a whole lot of tartness, really. A little bit of sour. So very good though for the combination.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not a sour drink like me, you could probably have a drink or two out of that.
You could, for sure.
I don't think you can do a whole glass.
Oh, sure you could. You're going to buy like cans of these to take home with you, aren't you?
For target practice, maybe.
Oh, you don't want to waste a good sour, Jim.
You would never waste it. It'd be good for shooting other animals at.
So, sour number 4.
We're halfway through.
We are halfway through. And see, you're surviving. It's not a big deal.
We're not done yet. Don't go too far.
The next one is Caramel Apple Fandango. This one is a kettle sour, rich in caramel flavor, balanced with crisp tart notes of fresh green apples. Who doesn't like caramel apples?
Exactly.
So,
and I think that the initial green apples lets you know it's going to be a little tart. It's going to be tart, not sour.
The first 3 were red. This one is more back to a normal beer color, kind of that.
But it's not a beer.
Oh, it's a beer. You're going to love it. I know you are. Oh, that smells like caramel. For sure it smells like caramel.
Oh.
Wow, that's not bad. The caramel is almost a little bit too strong.
Yeah, I would agree.
It kind of really mutes the apple. That was my only really knock on it, is the caramel flavor is almost too strong.
Whoa. I'm sure glad I never tasted a caramel apple like that. I may have never had one.
Well, like I said, I think they went over the top on the caramel. Don't you, Toby? I mean,
absolutely. I was waiting for more apple, and then the caramel just gets stronger, and that's the total finish in your mouth is caramel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is not sour like I thought it was expected. I thought the sour apple, the green apple would overtake, but there's definitely
having a second taste. I mean, you do get the apple at the finish, but it's way at the end. You get the caramel, a little bit of an apple thing at the end. And I think it would have been better. I think you're right. I think it would have been better if they'd have been a little more balanced with the apple and the caramel. I don't know. I guess that one is a little bit of a bummer. I was looking forward to that one. I thought it was going to be, just looking at them, that could be potentially the best one. But like I said, they kind of, and again, if you love the caramel flavor, you would love it.
You
know, but it is over the top caramel. I mean,
correct. That's
even
my knock.
The aroma.
Yes.
Caramel.
Yeah, you didn't pick up apple. No. And like I said, even the taste of the caramel was very strong. Meaning, I mean, not that it was, oh my gosh, but you could definitely, all you could taste was the caramel.
Yeah.
And
if you're talking about a caramel apple flavor, it's kind of missing.
Right. I agree. I mean, it was good, but it definitely was a little bit lacking, I guess. Yeah. So, Toby, what do you think on a score?
You know, I'm a sour guy, but this was okay for me. I'm kind of like a 2-3 on it.
Okay. Well, I will go next since we'll leave Jim for last because I know he's formulating how high he's going to go. I agree with you, Toby. I'd say a 2-3 just because I think the caramel was overdone. I wish there was more apple.
Yeah.
You know, if they'd had a little more apple in there, I think it would have been quite a bit higher. I think it had potential to be a really good one, but it just kind of, the caramel overpowered it. So, okay, Jim, what are your thoughts?
Well, it's definitely not my favorite, but it's not the worst one so far. So I think I'd have to put it right behind that berry one. So I'll probably make it like a 1.4 all day long.
Okay. You know, we're 4 into it. The first 2 were the response from Jim I was expecting. The last 2 have kind of been a disappointment. I really thought, but we still have one that's got a chunk of lemon on it. So I think that's going to really push him over the edge. But I give him credit. He's actually he's going to be a connoisseur of sours before we know it, Toby. I'm almost crying a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like we're watching a baby fawn walk.
And it's tear in your eyes from you choking. Your eyes are squinting so hard that the tears are running out of them. That's what that is.
Oh, all right. So the next one we have, beer number 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5 is pineapple papaya Fandango. So this one, Jim's already shaking his head. I don't know about, it's probably the papaya scaring him a little bit. This one is a tropical papaya and fresh squeezed pineapple juice with notes of sweet, tart, and then sweet again. 5.1%. They're in the, typically the fives right around there. All these are 4.2, 5, 5.3, 5, The last one we had was actually the strongest one. That's 5.8. So
Was it?
yeah. So they're easier drinking. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. This is gonna set Jim off.
My fingers are crossed. We started out with the bad ones. We've kind of worked our way up.
Honestly, that tastes tropical. That is actually pretty good. I think that's pretty good.
Oh, wow.
I think the pineapple and the papaya really played well together. That was good.
What is the aroma?
It's just a balance of that papaya and pineapple. It
the
really
pineapple,
is.
yeah.
And it definitely has a sweet initial on your palate, and then you get just a little bit tart, and it finishes sweet, just like you described.
Now all the knocks we kind of had on the caramel apple, this one totally doesn't have that. I mean, this one, I think they balanced this one really good.
Yeah.
No, the balance kind of tipped into that's not so good. What part of this is more sour than those last few? Sour? I don't taste anything sweet about it.
Wow.
You guys see? What do you guys?
Oh, the initial taste and the finish are both sweet.
Wow. I think if you focus on just like what a pineapple tastes like, that I get that out of it, but that's balanced with that papaya. I think it's a good blend.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm not tasting it. I still get there's something still sour in my mouth after this long just waiting.
I think what's sour in your mouth is the fact that we're drinking sours. And you had an initial prejudice against sours when we started.
No, I came into it with both feet, expecting the worst, and now it's actually coming to fruition. It's actually coming to fruition. Wow. I've had pineapple juice before, and that does not taste like anything pineapple I've ever had in my life.
I think it's pretty decent myself.
Wow.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, Toby, what would you give? We'll start with our ratings, then we'll go to Jim.
Yeah, so I'm kind of comparing this with the cherry, because cherry and pineapple are my two favorite flavors. But I think this one's actually better than the cherry, so I'm going to go a 3-1 on this one.
Okay. Honestly, I think this so tastes tropical. I thought it was good. I'd go 3. Honestly, I like this. I think this is very good. Kind of puts you in that tropical mood. Yeah, very good job. Jim.
Wow. You guys must have gave me a different glass. That is not good. I'm sorry. That's a solid 0.7 all day long. It may be lower, but I'm just trying to give it the benefit of the doubt. I can push it over to a 7, I think. All day, I think.
Everybody has their own taste.
It's true. I mean, I give you credit, Jim. I mean, I know when we said we were going to do sours, you were ready to leave, and you stuck it out. You're being honest about things, and I can't disagree that you can have your own taste, but I just don't think you know what you're missing out on.
That is true. That is a good way to put it. Everybody has their own taste, and Jim apparently has no taste. So, well, I know he doesn't because he's hanging out with us. So
my taste stopped at sour. I can even do an IPA. I'm not sure. It's
really
a separate connoisseur to be able to drink sours.
Sure.
Well, like I said, and I did the last year. I told myself I'm going to drink as many sours as I can so I can stand them, and that's what I did. And now they don't bother me. But I'll agree, Jim. When I first started doing it, they were horrible. I just couldn't stand them. But then and the same thing I did with IPAs. I said, I'm going to get to where I can stand these and taste the differences. And that's what I did. So starting today, Jim, you have 1 year, and we'll come back next year, and you'll do it. And I bet your ratings will be way higher.
Oh, at least, yeah. At least a point something, thousandth or 100th of a thousandth point higher. I can feel it already.
Glad you have an open mind about it.
He has an open mind. Isn't that great?
There's always the glass is half full.
Yes. Unless it's a sour, and then Jim's glass is broken.
Yeah. So. And I'm handing it to somebody else.
All right.
So why is there a fruit in our fruit beer?
Do you think we're supposed to put that in there, or what do you?
Yeah, I
might as well.
Why not? You do it with Corona, so it came with something.
Oh, it fizzes too.
Got a good reaction.
Look at there. So this is the Softly Summer Sour. It says
Softy.
Softly Summer Sour.
Okay.
Softy.
Oh, it's Softy. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
on our paper it says Softy.
Yeah,
that font is
here
hard to
it looks
read.
like an L.
It
I
does.
apologize, folks. It says Softy Summer Sour. Vibrant notes of fresh sliced lemon peel, zippy white wine, and tart lemon candies. Welcome to summer in a glass. You like summer, right, Jim?
Is this a concrete floor?
It could be. It could be. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The white
bad.
wine part kind of scares me.
I agree with 100%.
It kind of scares me a little bit. So we'll okay. It's not as bad as I thought, but I'm waiting for Jim.
Oh, I think I've actually smelled Pledge. Smells better than this. Oh. What? Oh.
He almost has an injured look on his face now.
Oh my gosh.
This is going to be a high ranking one. I think this will be in Jim's top 3. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't taste summer.
I'll be honest with you. We decided to put that lime or lemon in there, and to me it tastes like lemon water, but not good.
Yeah, we should have probably left it out. I don't know.
I'm glad you guys are finally seeing the brilliance of my mind now and how bad these sours are.
I will still bet our ratings will be vastly different. But
see, it is not a good beer.
But this one, I don't know if it's the wine or what. But there's just something.
And it's not summertime.
No, it's just a little different.
It's just kind of flat.
It's a lot different.
I don't know if it's that wine that does that, and I'm not a wine guy. I'm a full
I'm not
beer guy, and I don't know. Yeah, not my favorite of the ones we've had.
No, for sure. I agree with you.
This is a different style. Did you see that? It's a sour other.
No.
So yeah, I wonder what that, because the rest of them were fruited sours, and this is an other. I don't know what that means for sure.
Other bad?
It could mean fruit good, other bad. It could be. You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the wine. It just says zippy white wine. So what flavor is zippy white wine?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like you said, Toby. I'm not a wine guy. Jim, you're not a wine guy. You know, so. It's probably similar to coffee, where somebody that's really a wine connoisseur would probably really like it. You know, they probably could pick out the wine right away, but
Absolutely.
I don't have that, I guess.
Lemon peel?
No, part of the description was a tart lemon candies. I think of a sour head. Honestly, I'd rather have a sour head.
I agree with you. I really don't taste that.
I don't get that at all.
Yeah,
it really tastes like water that someone threw a lemon in.
Yeah.
It's not a good blend.
No.
I think they could have deconstructed that and had it separate. Maybe the flavor's a little better. Because something is knocking it even worse than what a normal sour is.
Right. Well, Toby, what would you give it for a score, do you think?
You know, I support the sours and I push the sours because I like them. I think there's a lane for that. But when you talk about sours, I got to rate this one like a 1.8.
I was going to, I agree with you. Because I was thinking on the high end would be a 2.0, but 1.8, I agree with you. It was definitely missing something. Jim,
this is a bottom seller.
You can't do negatives, so.
I've never rated a beer this low. I'm going to have to go a 0.5.
Okay.
I'm going to have to, this has been very difficult scoring.
So, Toby, how would you have went like your top 3? What do you think as far as what we had? If you had to pick, what would the 3 that you would pick?
Well, I would definitely go with the pineapple papaya.
Yep.
The berry patch and the cherry, and they're all Fandangos.
Yep.
I thought they were pretty Fandango.
So, are you saying like your pineapple was number 1? Berry 2 and cherry 3, or what order?
You know, the berry and the pineapple were pretty close, very similar to me, and the difference in flavor, but kind of the same quality. And like I said, I'm a big cherry guy, so I was rooting for that one, but that probably did come in third out of those 3.
All right. You know, personally, I did think the pineapple papaya one was number 1, just because it was definitely had a tropical flavor to it. I really like that, and I did think personally I like the cherry. Number 2, slightly better than the berry patch, but they were close. You know, and again, I was honestly so hoping for that caramel apple to be good, and that caramel was just a little too high on the flavor. So, I'd go the pineapple papaya, the cherry, and then the berry patch. So, Jim, which 3 sours did you think were the best?
Well, I had to label these a little different, and I can't even say it on the air. well, how bad these beers are, where I had to write my word to describe just how bad these are. Yeah, I'm not a sour guy. I hope I never get a palate for sour because it just does not taste good. The closest one that was even remotely drinkable was the Berry Patch.
Okay.
And I don't think I could even finish a 4 ounce glass of it. They're all very, I'm used to drinking a barrel aged beer that has a good aroma of bourbon, really got some flavor. This is just like sticking your head in a sour.
Not to cut you off, but if they barrel aged a sour, I think you'd be all over it.
Well, I would try it. I don't know if I'd get a big glass of it.
I do think I have a can of something like that back at the house.
Wow. Well, I'll let you open it. I might just sniff it once, but I can't guarantee that
I don't think that it is bourbon barrel, but I think it might be tequila barrel.
Well, I don't know, because the sours to me are just, I don't like the Sour Patch Kids, the candy like that. Anything sour is just not in my wheelhouse. So.
Okay, so your number one was the Berry Patch.
Yep.
What would be your number two?
They're all pretty much right down there in the bottom.
So after that, you're pretty much any of them are.
Yeah, they're all equally suck. To me, it's not, I can't really distinguish. It's not even splitting the hair. You just have to lump them all together and just push them off into the garbage.
I give you credit because going into it, we knew Jim was not. He's not a sour beer guy. He doesn't like sour beers, and I give him credit. He sat through all 6 of them.
Yeah, and you guys tricked me because we were supposed to do IPAs, and we ended up getting sours.
They must have misheard us when we ordered them.
Oh,
so
yeah, this was not a fun ending.
Well, but you survived. So next time we do an all sour tasting, you'll know you'll be fine.
Right. Maybe we should bring along some of the ladies. You guys would probably enjoy that, being with them rather than with the men. I like the men beer.
I can safely say we probably would enjoy hanging out with some of our wives more than with you, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, guys, I want to thank Jim for sitting through this. I know it was torture, but he did survive. Toby, thank you so much for lending your information and your thoughts on these. And again, Toby's kind of the newer guy here, and he's catching on quick. And his ratings, even being newer, are very similar to what, except for Jim on the sours.
Yeah, he's way too high.
That's why
he's doubled it.
So anyway, folks, this is we're at Topling Goliath in Decorah, Iowa, and if you ever get a chance, come down, check it out. I think you'll really like it. And I guess
stick with the barrel age, folks. You'll like it even better.
All right. I hope you have a good time, and we will see you next week. Thank you for listening to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. If you have a question, a comment, or a beer you'd like us to review, please feel free to send us a message at northwoodsbeerguy@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Untappd, look up Northwoods Beer Guy and send a friend request. Until next week, I hope all your campfires are warm and all your beer is cold.